four more competitors taking the stage. We're going to move on to our next one. I've seen this man a few times. Very, very funny, very talented. You are in for one hell of a treat. And if you think that Jonathan White came a long way to entertain you, this fellow crossed the pond. Make some noise for Tom Allen, everybody. Tom Allen.
How are we all doing? We all doing well?
Yeah.
Splendid. So I'm fairly new to comedy, and you can tell I'm new to comedy because my eyes still contain a glimmer of hope. The crushing cynicism hasn't overwhelmed me yet. There's still time. So I have a problem with dick jokes. And don't get me wrong, I like a good dick joke. I just don't feel comfortable talking about this kind of area on stage. You know? The only people I do feel comfortable talking to about my genitals are my girlfriend, my doctor, and those lovely husky-voiced women on the other end of premium rate phone numbers. And also, I just don't think that an entire room filled with strangers really wants to know where I recently put my penis. But if you must know, it is randomly in one of your drinks. Of course I'm joking. I don't know whose it was. Have we got any weed smokers in the audience who like smoking weed? Give me a cheer. You are all funding organised crime. Well done. And I don't smoke the weed, but I think that's pretty obvious. I mean, just look at me. This is clearly not the body of a man who has ever had the munchies, is it? But don't let first impressions fool you. I'm not perfect. But, true. I too have a couple of vices. I like a drink. God, I like a drink. And it's so good to see so many of you enjoying a drink or two this evening as well. Although I do suspect there's perhaps one person here who's not enjoying their drink as much as they'd like. Have you found a hair, sir? Yeah, I haven't got that many to spare, do you? My bowling shoes, motherfucker. So, by now, some of you may have detected a teensy-weensy bit of an accent. Don't worry, it's English, it's one of the safe ones. It's one of the safe ones now. Historically, not quite so much. A couple of 100 years ago, it didn't matter where you were in the world. If this was your first time hearing this accent, shit was about to go downhill. But I did actually recently become a Canadian citizen. I was actually expecting silence there, so thanks. But over the years I've developed various Canadian customs and behaviours to better acclimatise myself to this wonderful, beautiful country I now call home. I'm now the very proud owner of a plaid jacket. And I went hunting. Yes, I went my first Canadian hunting trip. Deep into the Canadian wilds. It was fucking fantastic. I beat a beaver to death with a hockey stick. I've never felt more Canadian in my life. I went up to the vanquished beaver and I apologized to it. Terribly sorry. It's a case of mistaken identity, I'm afraid. Thought you were a baby seal. You guys do it, it's fine. But there is one Canadian custom I can't quite get behind. Are you all familiar with century homes? You know the houses, they get a sign on their lawn and a plaque on their wall because they've stood the test of time for 100 years. God, that's old, isn't it? No one in this room was alive then. Well, you may have been, but... You're warm enough. Maybe I'm just biased because I'm English. I come from a country that has history. You know, every single building in England is over 100 years old, even the new ones. So it just baffles me that someone decided that houses that are as old as the invention of the toggle light switch and Speedo swimwear deserve a fucking medal. It's ridiculous. I guess that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Keeping over Tom